Hello and welcome to your messages for the week. Today is Sunday, the 18th of June, 2023. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Deborah Jane Sutton, and you can find out more about me and the fun that I have from my website at deborahjanesutton.com, or from Facebook, Deborah Jane Sutton, or from this YouTube channel. So have a good browse around. Lots of interesting things going on this channel. We've got the Lessons in Awakening. Okay, if you're new to waking up to the power of who you are, if you're ready to take responsibility for your own health and healing and your own sovereignty, and start enjoying the creation of heaven on earth, check out the Lessons in Awakening. It is all about healing. There's also a section on self-healing techniques. There's also a section on interviews and chats. There's also a section called Self-Mastery with Liz Nagel. Liz is my good friend and mentor. So check that out if you want a deep dive into these energetic concepts, shall we call them? Quantum truths. Let's call them quantum truths. And talking of interviews and chats and quantum truth bombing, I had a lovely chat with the lovely Mark Attwood this week, and that video, I'll put a link in the description and the video in the end screen, because we were just discussing a few quantum truths and how it can sound really corny, some of these quantum truths about we are all one and stuff like that. But when you understand it, when you feel it, when you experience it, then suddenly they don't feel so corny. They don't sound corny. They feel uplifting and enlightening, shall we say. So check that out if you're interested. And also, of course, we're halfway through June. So check out the messages for June if you haven't done so already. I'll put a link in the description and the video in the end screen. Anything else I want to say? Yes. Also, I'm starting my online course again. I'm really excited about that. It's been on hold for a year because I was setting up the garden retreat, and I have been offering those modules, those workshops. I've been offering them in person at the garden retreat, which I will be continuing to do so, of course. But I thought it's ready to go back online now. So it's a 6-week online course, Healing Yourself. To learn how to heal yourself, learning simple but super effective self-healing techniques, and expanding your level of consciousness so you can really understand the power of who you are. I won't talk too much about it now because I've got a video on it, and of course a link to the website. So I'll put that in the description as well, and the video in the end screen. And the last thing that I want to say before we get into the messages is of course, we've got summer solstice this week. It's one of my most exciting times. Of course, it's also our the anniversary of the garden retreat. We officially opened on the 21st of June last year. So it's our first year anniversary, and we're having a big party. I say a big party. I mean, our kind of parties are we're having a little bit of movement, followed by channeled messages through the cards, followed by a guided meditation from the lovely Liz. And then my son James is going to be offering his sound healing. And then we're going to be having lunch in the garden, and people are welcome to stay as long as they like. So I'm really excited about that. And in honor of summer solstice and the garden retreat's first birthday, I am offering a free energy reading with the cards, of course, which includes a soul profile reading about what energies your soul has come here to experience and express within this lifetime. I'm going to offer a free energy reading to somebody picked at random who comments on this video. Okay, so for your chance to win that, comment on this video, and you will need to come back and check, because I've done this before, and I pick a winner at random and let them know through this channel. I'll let them know through this channel, through the replying to their comment. So you will need to make sure that you check your replies to the comments, if that makes sense. But I will be picking somebody at random, so that will be in the next week or so. So now, and as I was saying that, we've got 4 cards, and I'm really feeling that there's no more. Yes. 4 cards are out, they're face down. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Lovely to have you here. If you don't know how I work, I don't know why, but cards fall out and they're face down. And I don't know what they are until I literally turn them over, which is quite an unusual way to work, but it seems to work for me. So that's what I'm doing. And let's have a dive in. Brilliant. Now, this is a really powerful card, and it's been coming up a lot lately. I'm not surprised. Major Arcana. I love it when we start with a Major Arcana. It's like letting us know that we are the powerhouse. But look, he doesn't look busy, does he? This is the Hanged Man, okay? He's spiritually guided. The rays around his head show spiritual guidance. And he doesn't look busy, but that doesn't mean he's not taking action. The thing about the Hanged Man is he's in his 5D flow, or as Paul Selig would say, he's in the upper room. He's in meditation. He's in a state of meditation. He's in a state of observation, observing what's going on, okay? And also he understands, he's spiritually awakened, shall we say, because he understands that time is an illusion. If time is an illusion, then there's no need to hurry about anything, is there? There's no need to push ourselves. Procrastination, how can that exist if time is an illusion? I think this is a really important point, because when we let go of all the things that are connected to worrying about time, which I think for a lot of things, deadlines and things like that. I understand if you're in a job where you're getting a deadline. I mean, I used to be a school teacher. This is the busy time, isn't it, for school teachers, with report writing, parents' evenings and all of that. So there are deadlines. I do understand that. But I'm just kind of taking it to another level, that when you kind of let go of these things, you know, to do with time. Well, one of the things I heard, which I thought was quite funny, was being lazy, because often we beat ourselves up because we think we're being lazy, right? Because we're not doing anything. But being lazy is just resting, but with judgment. You're judging yourself for resting. And that's when we say lazy. But actually, lazy probably means that you need to rest. But he's not being lazy. He may be resting because he understands that less is more. Okay, but also he understands that stillness is our access point to acceleration. When we can stop all that chatter and we can close our eyes and just be still in the moment and stop trying to distract ourselves. Some people distract themselves with online groups. Some people distract themselves with food. Some people distract themselves with wine and Netflix. We're always distracting ourselves. I want something to do. I've got to find something to do. No. What are you shying away from? Can you just sit and be for a moment? What comes up? What comes up for you when you stop? It's a really important point, because if what comes up for you is peace, tranquility, love, then you're the Hanged Man. If what comes up for you is, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, I'm not good enough, this isn't right, I can't. If you're coming up with resistance, you know what they say, you know, if you haven't got enough time to meditate for half an hour, then you need to meditate for an hour. It's something like that. That's what I'm getting with this card, because when you're in that higher level of consciousness, divine action will come more readily to you. And if it's divine action, it will flow through you and you will not be able to stop it. Well, if you stop it, you will feel very uncomfortable. So, for example, or whatever it is that you feel like you have to do, you're not going to be comfortable or relaxed if you don't do it. And also, it's when it comes through you, it's coming through right brain, remember, it's coming through you. It's a spiritual flow. So it's not operating the left brain. We operate the left brain, obviously, to carry out some actions. I mean, I've literally just been inspired to offer the online course again, right? But it came to me, the idea to do that came to me in a moment of stillness on my yoga mat, in a moment of stillness. Then obviously I've got to activate the left brain in order to create posts and do what have you, but it's no effort. That's the point I want to make with this card. When the action comes through you, it will be choiceless. In other words, you won't be arguing with yourself. You won't be telling yourself you should or shouldn't, how to do it. Can I do it this way? Shall I do it? All of that chatter, that monkey chatter, it's not there, because the divine action flows through you. You just do it. You sit down, you get it done. You know, I've done things online that I don't know how I did, like integrating different apps and stuff, you know, for the automated service. People ask me how I did that, and I can't remember. I don't know, but I did it myself. But it just came through me, because clearly I was meant to do it. If it's something divine, if it's something for your highest good, if it's something for the highest good of everyone, if it's your path, if it's your way forward, it will flow through you effortlessly. It will be choiceless and effortless and joyful. Even if it's about cleaning the house. You know, when I'm meant to clean the house because someone's coming, or we're having, you know, people around or something, it's easy. It just happens. You know, whereas if I tell myself every Saturday morning I have to clean the house, then I have resistance, that I'm not in my flow. So it doesn't have to be things that you perceive as big. It could be everything in your daily life. He is dealing with everything in his daily life with ease and grace. The things he has to do just flow through him. And if they don't come easily, effortlessly, and joyfully, then he doesn't need to do them at that time, or he doesn't need to do them at all. So this is about stopping, finding that stillness. And if you stop and in the stillness you want to cry, please do. I am a big fan of crying. And I think sometimes there's times when we have distracted ourselves because we don't want to go within. Maybe because we don't like who we are, or we don't like parts of who we are, or because we feel alone sometimes. It could be for all sorts of reasons. But, you know, I heard someone say the other day, oh, I don't like to sit, and do nothing because it makes me think negative thoughts. But maybe you're meant to just go through, what are those negative thoughts? Are they real? Are they true? Are they true for you? Do they have to be true for you? Why are you thinking them? Why are you thinking them? Because if they're negative, then it's a limiting belief that's stopping you from doing something you want to do. Have you thought about it that way? So you've probably got divine inspiration coming through, and then we stop it and block it. Oh, but I can't do that. I can't do that because I've got this and I've got that and I've got all of these things to do. So he's basically saying, chill, relax, take more time for yourself in solitude, hanging from his tree of truth. I want to say, hang from your tree of truth. I mean, the fact that he's upside down. I mean, as a yogi, I'm a massive fan of headstands, but obviously you've got to learn to do them properly and safely. But being upside down, you can just lie across your bed with your head over, like children do, or you know how children sit on the sofa upside down with their head hanging off. So even if you're like not a yogi and not into physical movement like that, just lying with your head off the bed, lying on your back, and then just with your head off the bed. I mean, I'm a big fan of lying over the ball. I have a little video about lying over a big giant ball because it really opens your heart up. But just dropping your head, just being a little bit upside down. Oh my goodness, it's true. I mean, sometimes in the yoga workshops, I kind of show people beginner headstands or lying over a ball and stuff like that. And people always come up with a smile on their face. It does something to the body. I'm sure there's a scientific reason for it, but you won't get that from me. But there is always joy and something. Try it, even if it's just flipping your head over the side of the bed, just being upside down. There's something glorious about it. I've never said that before about the hanged man, but actually it's perfect, isn't it? It's perfect. Okay, and here we go. In going into his cave, he's withdrawing from the emotions. So it is beautifully following on. So if you are on your own, relaxing the physical body, we're always itchy to do something. And I do have to say, in my line of work, it comes up time and time again that caffeine is an underlying cause of anxiety and depression. It's just, I've been doing the emotion code for over 10 years now, and the body code, which is an extension of the emotion code, and it comes up time and time again. So don't shoot the messenger. But if you're struggling to sit still and relax your physical body in the stillness of the now moment, ask yourself, is it caffeine? Sway test yourself, that old chestnut. Check out my video on sway testing. Learn to sway test and then check the caffeine. I don't know anyone that goes forward positively for caffeine or coffee or what have you. So unless it's like, sometimes you might have super organic or something like this, unprocessed. I don't know the details of coffee. I've never drunk it, but I'm just saying, of course, it's not just coffee that caffeine is in, it's chocolate and Coke and stuff like this. So that's just coming up as a little side note. If that resonates with you, then take it. If it doesn't, don't. But if you're struggling to relax the physical body while in the now moment, ask yourself, what is it? Because this card is all about subconscious fears. You see how he's withdrawing into his cave? So this is really about tapping into that now moment. This is about understanding the importance of being over doing. You're a human being. You're not a human doing. So withdrawing from the emotions. So all those emotions that are coming up. I mean, I understand this. I used to, when I was teaching at the school, I used to drink on a Friday night. I used to come home from work and then just drink. What was I doing? I was numbing myself. I didn't want to be with myself. I wanted distracting. I was just completely distracting myself from the fact that I had a weekend of me. But I mean, I laugh, but it's an important point, because, you know, this is how we understand the importance of self-love. You know, if we can't sit on our own with our physical body relaxed and just enjoy the moment, then we need to work on that. And that's what he's doing. So he's feeling emotions, and they're uncomfortable emotions. He might want to cry. Remember, crying is the body's biological, physical mechanism to process these emotions. It's the most healing thing you can do. It's our God-given self-healing technique. That's what crying is. It's our God-given self-healing technique. So I'm not surprised that people were trying to get us not to cry, because crying is one of the best things we can do, of course. But just feeling into it, and feeling into the discomfort, because we came here for a human experience, and a human experience is a feeling one, you know, and we're judging something as, oh, I feel sad, that's wrong. No, it's a feeling experience. Feel it. And if you really focus on feeling into the emotion, it will pass and it will come out. But the reason it drags on is because we don't relax our physical body and fully allow that experience of feeling that emotion. When it's a negative emotion, we don't focus on it. We don't allow ourselves to go into that emotion because we don't like the feeling, because it's uncomfortable. But if you can allow yourself to go into it, and I learned this from Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now. Whatever you think about him, the book is amazing. I think the book is amazing. And when I was reading that book, it really taught me how to do this process of just feeling the emotion coming up. You might feel it in a certain part of the body. You feel it coming up, and rather than distract yourself and push it back down, allow it, give it permission. I'm honoring and allowing and accepting this, and I'm feeling into it, and I'm putting my consciousness on it, because the light transforms the darkness. The light is your consciousness. It transforms the darkness, which is your trapped emotions. Okay, so you just put your consciousness on it and you'll feel it, and it will get really intense and it will go. It's powerful. You can do that, but you can't do it if you're not in the stillness of the now moment. That's what he's doing. He's on his own. He's in his cave, and he's working. The cups, his emotions. He's working with his emotions and his fears, all his reasons, all those limiting beliefs. Because very often our thoughts and our beliefs have emotions attached to them. It's all connected. Let's have a, yeah, the Chariot. Amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Another major arcana card. This is how you raise. This is how you rise. You have to go through the cards. Okay, so you don't get the glory of this card until you've gone through that process. So this is for this week, well, or whenever you're listening to this, it will be relevant for you. I mean, it's an ongoing process. It's the process of evolution and healing and releasing that density. There's high frequency light coming in from the galactic realms, from the solar sun, from all these other beautiful sources. We can use that light to heal ourselves. That light, that consciousness, we can use it to heal ourselves and release these emotions that are holding us back because they're stopping us from doing what we want to do. And they're also the ones that are making us keep doing the things that are not serving us. It works both ways, doesn't it? But he is beautiful. The Chariot is about moving on. There is another card in the deck that's about moving on physically in life, but he's about moving on to another level of consciousness. And when we do that, we often do move in the physical world as well, of course. But this is about bringing heaven to earth, because you see the canopy, he has stars and stuff on there. So that's heaven. And then the duality, the black and white, shows the duality of the physical world. And he's risen above. He's moved on speedily, right, confidently, because he's raised his level of consciousness, and he's bringing that level of consciousness into the physical world. So when you bring that level of consciousness through your heart, through exactly what we've been talking about, into the physical world, you're raising the frequency of the physical world. You're expanding the level of consciousness of the collective. And that's what we want to do. We expand the level of consciousness of the collective when we raise our level of consciousness. That's how it works, because you're the whole universe in one human being. So if there's people behaving unconsciously outside of you, which there are, right? Loads of things going on outside of you, unconscious behavior, right? Well, the way that we can help is by raising our own level of consciousness and shining our own light on our own darkness. And our own darkness is our trapped emotions and these limiting beliefs. And, you know, maybe there's some guilt, some shame, some fear, some, you know, despair or what have you, some anger, some bitterness, resentment, all of these. Shining our light on it, feel it, to allow it to process. Because the reason it's trapped in the cells of your body is because you didn't process it. You didn't allow yourself to feel it fully. And it could be because you've inherited it. It's from past lives. It's from ancestral, or it could be from the collective. Because every time we heal ourselves, we're healing the collective. And if you are the whole universe in one human being, then you're going to have all these emotions. So let's not worry about where they've come from or what have you. Let's just feel them to heal them. That's what I want to say. And do it from a level of consciousness that's going to shift you into higher and more joyful states of being. Okay, so that's, I mean, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful, I think, a beautiful set of cards. And we're ending with the 10 of Pentacles. Pentacles is typically career, finance, and business and money, because we're not focusing on that in the new paradigm. We're focusing on joy and love and doing what we're good at and doing what brings us joy. And the money comes as a side effect of all of that. The abundance comes. Sometimes abundance comes in different ways. It's not always about making more money. Sometimes it's about lessening your expenses, or having things offered to you. There's all sorts of ways. This is also an inheritance card. And abundance is our birthright. So, you know, we inherited that really when we stepped into this incarnation. So just, this is 10, it's a completion. There's an abundance here, including financial security. Okay, but there's all the family here. You've got the old man, the couple, the children, the dogs, everything. So this is living in harmony. And also this castle that they're in, it's often seen in the tarot cards in the distance, in the background, and it symbolizes our goals in life. And the thing about this card is they're actually sitting in that castle. So they've achieved their goals and they're living in abundance. Okay, not just financial, that's not just financial wealth. Don't start thinking about materialism, because I'm not sure that's the way to go. If you need it, then yes, but it's more about the joy and the harmony and the health, I want to say, and the love, living in health, living in joy, and with everything you need. Having everything you need is abundance. When you have everything you need, that's abundance. I'm going to give you that. I've done it before, but I love it. Let's just say 3 times the magic number. So close your eyes. This is an affirmation that I got from Sara Landon, who channels the council. Her link is always in my description if you are interested in her teachings. But here we go. Galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. Galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. One more time. Close your eyes. Feel into it. Galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. Can you feel every cell of your body plumping up, expanding? Better word, Deborah, than plumping up. But that plumping up, that expansion, that is an expansion of abundance. When you can feel that abundance in the cells of your body, it is that frequency that will get reflected back to you in your holographic projection that you're calling life. And you will experience abundance outside of you, because the outside is a reflection of the inside. So if you're not feeling abundant, I invite you to use that affirmation and really feel yourselves plumping up and understand that it's that frequency that is creating your reality. It's that frequency that's creating your future. Your future lies in your frequency, not in your bank account. I've said that before. Wow. Wow. Love those cards. Love those cards. Yeah, I like those for the summer solstice week. Okay, so let's not deny the emotions. Let's feel them to heal them, process them, spend some time on your own in the now moment and observe what comes up. You are the healer. You are the healer. You are your healer. So yeah, little summary, check out the June messages and check out Mark's video that I did with him this week as well, if you're interested in that. And check out the links and the video for my online course. Maybe you need a little bit of help in understanding yourself as the healer. So that would be a good opportunity as well. And also comment below for your chance to win my free energy reading in honor of the summer solstice and the 1st anniversary of the garden retreat. So let me know. Oh my goodness me, what a lovely week. Love it. Love you all. Thank you so much for making it to the end. Have a fantastic week and see you in the next video. Bye for now.